Welcome to Scriptures Unveiled with Ebony and Ivory. And today we're going to talk about the thorn in the flesh.
You know, we were reading from 2 Corinthians 12, 7 through 10, and we're going to start off with verse 7.
Yes, and so I'll read that. So,
Okay.
verse 7, 2 Corinthians 12, and this is Paul talking.
Okay.
So, and because of the surpassing greatness of the revelations, for this reason, to keep me from exalting myself, there was given me a thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan, to buffet me, to keep me from exalting myself. And so the word surpassing means to run beyond. So it's going beyond the natural.
Okay.
And revelation is going back to the verses that are prior. He's talking about experiencing truths that transcend beyond the natural.
Yes.
So he went beyond the natural
True.
world into the spiritual.
Yeah.
And so that's the revelations, and it's the revelations of Christ.
Yes. And it says here that because of those greatness revelations, since they were very exceedingly, for this reason, to keep him from exalting himself. And that word exalting means to lift oneself. You know, to lift oneself up, to lift oneself above. You know, so it's weird because when we do receive those spiritual revelations, sometimes you can clearly see the difference of the fallen nature and our spiritual reality. And when you see those spiritual realities, you have a tendency within your heart to want to exalt yourself up to those things. You know, almost like you want to put yourself there.
It's caused by the flesh.
It is.
The flesh always wants to exalt.
It does. It does. And it wants to put itself there. It sees this destination and it's trying to get to itself through its own strength.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yes. And that exalting myself, in that there was given him, though, a thorn in the flesh. And that thorn in the flesh is one word.
Yeah.
One Greek word, and it means a sharp point that causes bodily annoyance and disability. And so it's not necessarily a negative thing. It can be positive, and for Paul, we'll see it was positive.
So true.
We choose.
Yes.
And it can, because it can disable the flesh.
Yes.
Or it can enable the flesh.
I like that. So true.
But for Paul, it disabled the flesh.
Yes.
And that's what it's supposed to do, but a lot of times it enables the flesh.
So true, so true. And that thorn again, like you said, it's a disability, you know, in the flesh. But also, too, it says that it's a messenger of Satan. And that word messenger in the Greek means to announce or proclaim. And then we know Satan means accuser and that he's the father of lies. So that thorn is proclaiming a lie. You know, it is announcing an accusation.
Yeah, and those lies put us kind of in the picture.
Yes.
It makes it our responsibility.
Yes.
We need to help.
Yes, like it's
We
being
need to
exposed. Exactly. It's a good thing. And like you said, it can be a good thing because it exposes that lie.
Yes.
And how we respond to that is key.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, because it can be a good thing if we choose it to be once it's exposed. Because like you said, it can disable the flesh or enable it. Yes.
Yeah, and so that thorn and that messenger of Satan, it was to buffet Paul, but it buffets us too. But so it's whatever is going on with him, it goes on with us today.
Yes.
And so, and that word buffet in Greek means lies that cause blows to the flesh. It's like a rap. And rapping is striking a hard surface with a series of rapid audible blows in order to attract attention. So buffeting, it redirects attention.
Yes. It's good. You're so right.
Yep, it sure does. So it redirects us.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that buffeting is to keep him from exalting himself again.
Yeah,
it repeats.
Exactly. That's that attention because he was trying to exalt himself from within by his own flesh. But if you have a thorn in the flesh, of course it's going to keep itself from rising above, trying to rise yourself above. You trying to do it in your own flesh.
Yeah, it kind of suppresses you.
It does. It does.
And that's the nature of what it's supposed to do.
Yes.
It's supposed to actually help us.
Yes, exactly.
Not hinder us.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we're going to go on to verse 8. It says,
Okay.
concerning this, I entreated the Lord 3 times that it might depart from me. Now, that word entreated in the Greek just means he called upon the Lord for aid. So now he's calling, for the Lord. We know Paul, though, he has that open heart.
Yeah.
And so he's not calling, he's calling more in a deepness, in a oneness, in a union, with God.
Yes.
He was really this was paining him.
It was.
And it was 3 times. And 3 in the Hebrew, the numbers have words and they have meaning.
Yes.
And 3 in the Hebrew means to be lifted up. So that's that lifted up again.
Yes.
And so that's significant because the 3 is that lifting up. So he was wanting to be lifted over this problem now.
Yes.
And so then it says that it might depart from me. And depart basically means to avoid, to go away, to cease. So he was asking for the thorn of the flesh, those bodily annoyances, to go away.
Yes. Yes.
He just wanted to evaporate.
Exactly. And that's a lot of our prayers sometimes, for it to be removed. But there was a deeper revelation and understanding that Paul received when he entreated. And it's great that number 3, I love that too, because that speaks of that Christ being lifted and we're lifted with him, like resurrected in him. Yeah. So he had to exchange him desiring to lift himself and then being lifted by God because we were already
he didn't have
exalted.
the revelation yet that this was to help him.
Yes.
He just saw that it was
it was harming
him. He was seeing it as a harm, but it was really helping him.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to get into the other scriptures, 9 through 10, 9 and 10 next time.
Yes.
So, but this time we're going to, we thank you for joining us. We're going to continue next time. So make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe button.
Thank you.
Thank you.